So anyway, welcome to the first Zoom episode of The Wrong Side of 30. I am your host, Phil, aka Swimmerberg, aka I am not know what I'm doing at this moment, so I am doing what I can. I have Jared, he is on the top left, so I started with him first. Then I have Vic in bottom of me in the right. I have E bottom left, and I have Justin in the middle of everything, orchestrating everything. So guys, I'm pretty sure this is actually the fourth episode for everybody, so they somewhat know everyone. Vic will be our special guest today because this is the first time he's joining us. So shout out to you, Vic. Appreciate you. So today's
Thanks for having me.
Oh, absolutely. So today's topic, because there's been a lot going on in the last few months. So I'm gonna start off with Nick Cannon and everything that's going on with him right now, and his anti-Semitism. I believe that's the word.
That's not the word.
That's not the word? No, that's not the word? Okay.
Call it whatever you want to call it. It's your show, bro.
Anti-Semitism. Semitism. Correct? Is that right now?
Sure, let's go with that one. Let's go with that one. You're going to have to edit that one the fuck out.
Nah, I'm not editing this shit because we all know my first language is Spanish, so fuck out of here, nigga. Anyway.
You speak great English then for somebody that's your first language is Spanish.
Yes, I learned it in 6th grade. So
I always say that.
Anyway, so if you guys don't know or have heard, in his podcast, he decided to speak about white people and how they are savages back in the day, and how they did, the history and everything, so on and so forth, and how Jews own all banks and how that's not unfair, and also how there's not going to be no white people in the year 2050.
He said that?
Yes, he said that.
Wow.
It was taken out of context.
Agree, but with that being said, then the black community decided to cancel him, and that's going to be like the follow-up question to that. So with everything I just said, how do you feel about his statements and criticism and how he is being affected to the point that everything got canceled? His show, Wildin' Out, the Masked Singer, nobody's fucking with him right now.
I forgot.
No, he's still a host for that.
Nah, he stepped down.
He stepped down?
Yeah.
Because they initially didn't fire him.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. They didn't fire him. But
they didn't fire him. But if
okay.
he stepped down, that's different.
I'll start. In terms of the statement of white people will not be around, quote unquote, around by 2050, it was taken out of context. Studies have shown that at the rate of mixed children, different races, the white population will decrease by the next 20 to 30 years. So that's where that information was coming from. So will the white people not be around? I don't particularly believe that or think it's true, but that's where that came from. Him being quote unquote canceled, I just believe that he received some information, whether he believes to be true or false, that's on him. However, if he believed it to be true, he should own that, what he believes to be true, and stand on that. Him flip-flopping in terms of apologizing, in terms of what he, said, I think was misguided, because what he meant, he should elaborate on that. But the whole quote-unquote canceling of the Black community, I mean, it's cancel culture, so it is what it is. But I feel like he should have wavered on what he actually said and meant, because what he was coming from wasn't a place of malice. It was a place of education on history. And history is often misinterpreted.
That
is built on perception. So, my take on it.
I hear that. Anybody else has an opinion about Nick Cannon and how we're about to cancel him? Maybe.
I really am.
You're going to cancel Nick Cannon?
I swear to God, he's going to rip this.
Huh?
You're going to cancel Nick Cannon? And also, are you going to rip this shit?
So, look, I'm going to be honest. I didn't hear the whole video, so I can't comment too much on it.
Right.
What I did hear, he's a dickhead.
Okay.
He's a dickhead only because he was talking that that old Black Harlem bullshit with them old, old Black Harlem dude who be telling you like, Jews is really this and the black people really that. He shut the fuck up. He was wrong. He was wrong. He spoke out of turn. He spoke from in regards to theories. None of this was actually true. None of this was actually, well, let me rephrase. None of this is actually proven to be true. And he was speaking from a point of theory and opinionated thought. And he thought he was smart. He's not smart. He's stupid.
Oh man.
No, he is stupid because you don't talk like that without speaking directly. Like for him, he misspoke in turn, and I understand that. But even when you listen to what he's saying, you're like, what the fuck are you saying?
So what you're saying is he was stupid at that moment, or he's a stupid individual in general?
No, he's stupid at that moment. That's what I said.
Okay.
He's a dickhead. He was a dickhead for the comments in the whole story. And then on top of that, what made it worse was the person he had on the show that day is his stance against Jews is clear.
No, yes. So that's what somebody said. Yeah.
Yeah, he don't like them. So it's like you're saying all of this to a person or with a person that clearly doesn't like Jewish people. It doesn't help. Do I think he meant it in a negative way? No, not at all. And that's why he's a dickhead, because if you're not intelligent enough to articulate your thought clearly so that it can be understood, whether it's mistaken or misinterpreted by someone else, this wasn't even understood. Like I don't know what the fuck he was talking about. That's where he fucked up. As far as the apologies go, it made sense because it was stupid. But at the same time, I think this is just another example that Black celebrities, we look up to them and we say they got it and they're successful, but really they don't really, in my opinion, they're not clever enough to put themselves in positions where their stuff are owned. Because I didn't know Wild 'N Out wasn't even his.
Yo, I thought he owned that shit. I
thought he owned it because he's the creator and he has a percentage with Viacom. And now I find out he didn't even own it. So I'm like, all right, come on, man.
That's 15 years.
Right.
Yo, seriously, that's insane.
So it makes you wonder, like, all of this shit everybody be talking about, ownership this, ownership that. Miss me with the bullshit, because do you really own it or you just talking about it?
Right.
I think that the ownership part of it, when it started, I don't think he had the ability to own it. And to where it grew to now, I don't think he really had interest in owning it because of the success. So it's like, as long as everybody's eating, I don't really care if I necessarily own it.
That's even more of a reason to own it, though.
Exactly.
He put so many people. He put so many people in lanes where they can create for themselves because of that show. More reason to own it, especially if you're going, like he said, if you're going around preaching like, let's own our stuff and let's create a source of wealth for our community and stuff like that. You did that and then you turn around and didn't even follow your own advice.
Yeah, exactly.
And you would think he did. You would think he did that when they went from, if I'm not mistaken, it went from VH1 to MTV.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh yeah, I completely forgot about that. You're absolutely
right.
Yeah. Right. But I think that might be more
thing. And then you got there, you mean to tell me you didn't think like I should probably own this? Like even if you were on VH1 at first and you didn't think it was gonna get as far as it got, once you made it to MTV, you had to know. Like, you know the buzz. You already know what your following is. You already know what it is that you bring to the table. You bought a show that nobody had ever done. It was inventive. It was new, and it was something that everybody loved. He hit every culture with that show.
Yep.
Why not own it?
I think Justin or he has something to say. Go ahead.
No, and you know what it is. I think too, what it is honestly, it's like we if you understand like business, when you raise you create something off of somebody else's capital, right? The problem is, what I think a lot of Black people, that concept, they fuck it up a little bit because yes, you create something off of someone else's capital, but you don't create it without the ownership component. And I think he started it saying like, all right, this is something, I don't know if it's going to work out, but they're going to pay me to do it. So let me do it and get this money. But he didn't gamble on himself and say, you know what, fuck the money. Give me a portion of it. Give me a percentage of it. And if it works out, you'll get your money back.
Right.
I completely agree.
We both lose. And he ain't do it. He did it like, let me get this money, let me get the lump sum. And then it became a success. but he can't double back and get the ownership piece of it, and that's what I
I
think a
completely
lot of
agree.
people doing is
I think that also comes in with betting on yourself in the beginning. Like if you know you're going into a venture, like bet on yourself to like make this what you envision it to be. Like I'm pretty sure he envisioned it to be something big. Like he remember, let's not forget, like his like he was trying to be a comedian. Granted it didn't work out for him, but you created another lane for yourself.
He's trying to be a lot of things, bro.
Right,
Yeah,
but that's what made him special. The fact that he has so many different skills that he could do.
Right.
He wasn't a master of many, but he had a lot of different traits that he.
And they worked. They worked.
Like, I mean, think about it. Nickelodeon was dead in the water till he bought it and refreshed that whole thing.
Exactly.
That man was not. Yes, he didn't have many. He didn't master many skills, but he definitely has so many different skills that he put his arm here, he put his arm there. That's how he made his millions.
Exactly.
So it's like, why not bet on yourself? And then on top of that, what he might not have been able to do, like he said, was probably double back to get the ownership. Only because I felt like maybe ownership saw the value of it.
Hell yeah!
And then it was like,
they saw it before him. That's the sad and unfortunate part.
No. I don't think they saw it before him.
Oh,
no, I think it's basic business. All right, I'm investing it.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
If it works, I'm keeping it.
Yeah.
And if it doesn't work, then it was a small splash in my big financial bucket because Viacom is worth billions. Right. So for them, a little investment don't mean shit. But what he thought was, he should have said, you know what? I'm gonna put some of my money into this shit. So that way you can't deny me an owner's right to it.
Okay. Question: was Viacom right or wrong for firing?
They was right.
They got it.
Oh, you think so?
You gotta understand.
I don't agree.
No, listen.
I don't agree.
I'm gonna give you. I'm gonna give you an example, and this is what I heard. I heard he said what he said, right? Mm-hmm. They gave him a chance to apologize.
Right.
He said no.
But he did though.
No. Listen. He said no initially. They fired him. Then he apologized. That's why he was able to keep his job for NBC. So if I'm a black owner and an employee use the nigger word, and I say apologize or else, and you say fuck you, I'm gonna fire you.
Okay, that makes sense.
So yes, they did the right thing.
You gotta understand these companies, because remember, everything is in the public eye now, so everything is highly scrutinized. So like that one moment that he had can like change the whole view of their company, like especially if his name is attached to it.
Right.
Businesses want to protect their bottom line. Like at the end of the day, like it don't matter who you are.
I don't even think it was that. These like I ain't got nothing against Jewish people. Let me say that.
Yeah, I don't either.
I'm about to say some real shit.
Oh God.
he fucked with the wrong group.
Okay.
He spoke on the wrong group. Let's be honest.
Hold on, wait a minute. I got a question. Wait.
Huh?
So you would say that group is worse than this group, like the black group, the community?
No,
because we
don't mean it like that. He don't mean it like that.
No, Jewish people are more organized. They're more structured. They are more they're prepared. They're all on the same page.
Around next time. They ain't getting sponsored by them. They ain't cutting us no checks. Don't turn that the other way. Thank you. That's right. We ain't getting a check.
So yeah, he fucked with the wrong group, not in a negative connotation. I actually admire the Jewish community because they got it right.
Right, they keep everything in house.
Exactly.
Well, I know that absolutely.
Right, so and that's what there are certain things that we can pull from other communities, but that right there is one thing for sure we as a community need to do because we don't come together.
Exactly.
It's not just Jewish communities.
Go ahead, Justin.
Huh?
No, I want to say it's not just Jewish communities. You have Hispanic communities do it.
Yeah, I feel
right.
Like
no, you're right.
But the Jewish, you know them for doing that, for like keeping everything in house. Like, they have their own community. Like if you go to they have their own neighborhood. They do everything in house. All those businesses, it goes through their families and stuff like that. They keep everything within them. Like
shoot, we seen a Jewish community in Brooklyn march during the peak of the fucking pandemic.
Right.
No one said anything.
Not a damn.
I seen that.
They did.
Hold on.
I seen that.
2,000 people, not a mask in sight. And the cops was there and was
Yeah.
like, we not. And granted, I'm sure they did the right thing. They took out the permits. They notified
They
the
did.
community.
Right.
They
But my
notified
point
de
is-
Blasio.
Correct.
And that's why Cuomo was like, you got an issue in your hand because we told de Blasio.
Correct.
That's a fact.
But my point is the fact that they did that, knowing like, yo, if he says anything against it, we gonna light his ass up. That's power. I'm not mad at them at all. I'm not mad at them at all. You will never hear me upset about anything Jewish people related. I applaud them.
So my question to that is it really fair to compare or like to put Jewish people in the pedestal and compare it to us? Because at the end of the day, Jewish people are white. Like,
I'm not
they're
putting nobody
white,
in the
bro.
pedestal.
They have 400 years and even
In
before
terms
that
of
to
what?
build up to
I'm not putting
Talking about
nobody in the
oppression?
pedestal, bro.
Oh, okay, cool.
But we're saying,
Bro,
what we're
But
saying
we're saying
is
that Jewish people are like they're so together, but they're also white. So they were white and together with Europeans. Us black folks were enslaved. So how are we supposed to start from now to come together?
I think you can't say you can't look at Jewish people and say they're white. That's not white.
That's not what they're white skinned. They're light skinned.
Yeah,
so here we go.
White
Here we
skin.
go.
That's not white.
They're still white.
That's
bro.
not white.
White
That's
skin.
not white.
So here we
Bro.
go. Whoa. History lesson.
Say what?
So what you want? What is your question, Felix? What is your
so
let's
my question is my question
Mm-hmm.
is being white skinned, I feel like it's an advantage. You could not be white and still be white skinned and still have an advantage over somebody that's dark skinned like us. That's what I'm saying. Because even in the Hispanic
I see where you're going with this.
That's a different conversation.
Nah, bro, it's the same conversation.
No, it's not.
Even in the
it's not.
community, if you're white skinned and if you're a dark skinned Hispanic, you still get treated differently. That's what I'm saying.
No. You're talking about Jewish people.
He took a personal issue.
No, it's still they're still white, bro. In the end, it's still white skin. That's what I'm saying. White
Felix.
Are there white Jewish men and women? Yes.
Yes.
Are there black Jewish men and women?
Yes.
Okay. I've never seen one, but okay.
Judaism isn't a race. It's a religion.
It's a religion. Exactly.
Correct.
Black Jew.
Correct. So I'm saying I've never met one.
But that's my point. That's my point. Okay. When you say white, I'm like, whoa, that's a different topic.
Okay, got you. Understood.
That's a way different topic. We talking about Jewish, meaning you have the last name, you have the upbringing, the background.
Right.
That's a culture. We're not talking about no Missouri white people or Alabama white people that eat mayonnaise sandwiches and shit.
Oh,
I'm out.
God. He said I'm out.
That eat mayonnaise.
Yo, I can't.
We talking about two different things.
Right.
in summary, so we all come to a conclusion that Nick was wrong.
Yeah.
I don't know the whole thing. I saw like the report of it.
Me neither.
I didn't see though. I didn't even look into that. I'm not gonna lie. So I don't know. I'm not gonna say yes or no to that one. I don't know.
No, like when you hear the gist of it, and he even admitted it, he was wrong. Should he have been fired for it? I think he should have apologized when they asked him to, because they probably wouldn't fire him.
Right. So here's the thing with that. A part